Mr. Duran is connected. Good
Thank you,
morning.
Judge.
This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court Criminal Docket for May 23rd, 2023. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Marufo, would you call our next case?
Bottom of page 12, Judge, in cause number 2021 0D01982 and 2022 0D03711, State of Texas versus Steve Duran. Announcement of council, please.
Eliana Elizalde, on behalf of the state is ready.
And Ruben Ortiz by Mr. Duran, Your Honor, we're also ready.
And Mr. Duran is also appearing remotely today. We are scheduled for a final hearing plea deadline. I have a notation here that this was a plea from back on May 4th. What's going on?
So I met with my client yesterday and we went over, the possible plea, the plea agreement that was on the table. And he was going to tell me today what he wanted to do.
What's the offer, Ms. Elizalde?
Judge, it's 10 deferred on the Mandel, and then we would dismiss the stage L felony. And I'm not sure that we dealt with this, but we are also offering to dismiss the unlawful carrying of the weapon misdemeanor.
Okay, is that the offer you had, Mr. Ortiz?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Duran, are you accepting or rejecting that offer? I need you to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Accepting.
Okay, Mr. Ortiz, how quickly can we square this away?
We could. So what I wanted to do when I was talking to my client yesterday, and why I really needed him to do me the favor of telling me right away, is because I wanted to talk to Ms. Elizalde to lower those years, because 10 years is a long time to be on probation for a case like this. So I kind of wanted to discuss that with her, but since my client was, honestly, he was really thinking about going to trial yesterday.
Well,
So is there any movement, Ms. Elizalde?
yeah, I already went from straight to deferred. And, Mr. Ortiz, you know this better than I do. Depending on how well he's doing on probation, we can consider that, the judge can consider that down the road, right?
Yeah, the early release.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Ortiz, it would have been nice, I guess, if we had made this in person, because if your client was here, we could execute things quicker.
Right.
Is it possible to have your client come in at 1:30? Are you available at 1:30, or do we need to push this back?
How about Judge? I could be here at 1:30, Judge. I do have a Zoom, but I could always do a Zoom in CDC1, and then right after that, we can do the plea. If you'd like to do that.
Let me see about your client. Mr. Duran, are you able to make it down to the courthouse at 1:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ortiz, your office is waving.
Okay, what are we doing?
You have a 1:30 motion to suppress in CCR 3.
Oh, yes, I do. I forgot about that. I could do it right after that, Judge. I could do it like at
2:30?
around 3-ish.
Let's shoot for 2:30.
2:30.
I have a 3 o'clock jail docket, but it's not really busy today, Mr. Ortiz. So you know how we do. We go back and forth from Zoom to in person.
Right. If Ms. Elizalde, if you could email us the documents, I could get Mr. Duran to the office like ASAP. And then I could get him to sign everything. That way, when we come to court, we already have everything signed up and ready to go, Judge.
Mr. Duran?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to do all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm gonna reset us for 2:30.
Okay.
Miss Lee, we'll work with your schedule. So if you're not available or whoever's covering at 3, then we'll do that. All right, 2:30 it is.
Thank you, Judge.
Appreciate your efforts. Thank you, Mr. Duran. I'll refer you to your attorney. Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Okay. Thank you.